This is a video tutorial on how to use Profit Scraper to find hot selling items to sell on eBay. The most challenging part of dropshipping is finding profitable products to sell that are high in demand, unless you're using Profit Scraper. Profit Scraper is a software that helps you easily find hot selling Amazon products to sell on eBay. This is how it works. First, you find a seller who's already dropshipping from Amazon to eBay. Then you run a search on Profit Scraper to get a list of their best-selling items. And then you upload that list to eBay using a listing tool like Yably. Pretty simple, right? Let me show you how to do this step by step. First, go to Amazon.com. Then bestsellers. You can select any category you want, but for the purpose of this exercise, let's go with sports and outdoors. Pretty much any of these work, but again, for the purpose of this exercise, I've already selected a good item to search. Let's go with this water bottle. Copy and paste the main title in the eBay search bar. And then go through this list of items to find a good seller who is dropshipping from Amazon. For the purpose of this exercise, I've already selected this item. Go to the feedback profile and look at the neutral and negative feedback for the seller. We're looking for feedback that mentions Amazon or dropshipping. Amazon, 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 Amazon. As you can see here, there's a lot of feedback that mentions Amazon. This seller is obviously a dropshipper and is exactly what we're looking for. Now that we found a good seller, we need to run a search in Profit Scraper. Copy the seller's username and paste it here in the item finder. Select the appropriate eBay country and check the boxes for just Prime items and try exact match. Then select the desired date range and click on Scrape. Profit Scraper will then run a search, and after a while your search report will show up here. For this seller, 236 items were found. Click on View, where you will see a list of the seller's items. We then need to apply some filters to get the best-selling items. Add a rule to filter items that have sold at least 3 times and generate a profit of more than $1. Now you should scan this list to make sure that the eBay item is the same as the Amazon item. If the listing is not highlighted in green, it means that Profit Scraper could not find an exact match based on the UPC, MPN, or EAN code of the item. It doesn't mean that it's a bad item, but it does require you to do some extra work to ensure that the items are the same. For example, it's clear that these are exactly the same item, even though it's not highlighted in green. One possible reason is because the seller did not include the UPC, MPN, or EAN number in the listing, so there's nothing to match it to. This is actually a strategy used by dropshippers so that their items cannot be as easily copied. This item is highlighted in green, so I know that it is an exact match. This item is obviously not the same, so I wouldn't want to include this in my final list to export, and so on. Once you finalize your list, download a simple CSV file for the selected items. Open this file in Excel, and now we need to apply some formulas to get the list in the correct format for upload. First, check the length of the eBay title because there's an 80-character limit for eBay titles. You can use the formula equals LEN to check this. Double-click the bottom right corner to apply the formula to the entire column. Fix the titles that are over the limit. Then sort by exact match. And go through the nose again to make sure that the titles are correct for your listings. We're going to be copying the eBay titles, so we want the eBay title to be accurate. It doesn't have to match the Amazon title or source title exactly, but the information should be consistent. For example, the quantity and color of the item, as well as other nuances, should be the same. Then you need to add a column of semicolons. And finally, we need to concatenate the relevant information into a string. The formula here is equals concatenate source SKU, comma, semicolon, comma, eBay title. Now your list of items is ready to be uploaded to Yably. Copy this list and go to Yably's bulk lister and paste it here. Click on list items and now you're done. So that was the entire process of how to find items using ProfitScraper. This is way more efficient and effective than using Zinc Analytics, which is the market research tool that most people use who sell on eBay. By using ProfitScraper, you're essentially taking a shortcut and copying all the best items that other people spent hours and hours of research trying to find. Using this tool will save you a lot of time and money. Now, you might be wondering, what if other people copy my items using ProfitScraper? And the answer is, they can't. ProfitScraper has a built-in protection mechanism which you can use as long as you're a member. If any other user tries to enter your eBay ID into ProfitScraper, it won't let them search your listings. So there you go. This is the ultimate secret to dropshipping successfully from Amazon and eBay. If you found this content useful and you would like to get started with dropshipping, please consider using my referral links below. Thank you.